Hey guys, Marcus Katkin with another daily fantasy update. I know yesterday I went over some guys who may or may not be waiver wire pickups for you, but I'm going to go over a few more today because it's Tuesday and your waiver wire claims are probably going through tomorrow. So first up, basically the new starting running back for the New England Patriots, Jonas Gray. I mentioned him last week on the podcast, and I even mentioned him in one of the daily updates, I believe last Thursday, as a name that you should probably pick up, a preemptive strike, if you will, for last weekend, because I really saw him taking over the Stevan Ridley role, and he sure did it this past weekend with 17 carries. So he seems to be fitting that mold. Shane Vereen's still going to play the part that he does, get a lot of receptions out of the backfield, a few carries here and there. But Jonas Gray, clearly the new Stevan Ridley. So if you think the Patriots are going to run the ball in a particular game, this is the guy you want to own. Me personally, tough to trust anybody in the Patriots backfield. Next up, we got Lorenzo Tate. We talked about him weeks back for the Baltimore Ravens as a waiver wire pickup. Kind of fell into obscurity, but now he's back. Bernard Pierce was a healthy inactive this past weekend, so seems like the Ravens may be moving on from Pierce and kind of looking to Taliaferro as their new number 2 back behind Justin Forsett, who's been a top 15 option himself. But if Taliaferro can continue to get 8 to 10 touches a game and maybe the goal line touches like he got this past week, he could be a flex-worthy option again, and definitely a guy that you should pick up. Lastly, Brian Quick out for the year, so someone has to emerge as the St. Louis Rams' new number 1 receiver. I really don't want to say Kenny Britt because I'm sure all of us have been burned by him before, but he seems to be the new number 1 option for the Rams for what that's worth. Personally, I actually like Jared Cook a lot better. I know it's a different position, but I think Cook is going to be the one that benefits the most. But if I had to pick a Rams wide receiver, it's Kenny Britt. Not feeling too good about it though, guys. Finally, today was the trade deadline. We all got excited about the Doug Martin and Vincent Jackson potential trades, but neither one happened today, both staying put in Tampa Bay. But Charles Sims, another guy who could be a waiver wire pickup for you this week, you should go out and get him. I think he's going to see a lot of touches moving forward. Obviously, it looks like this week may be his first week back for coming off the IR designated to return. But Doug Martin's been banged up, hasn't looked particularly good. Similar with Bobby Rainey, didn't look particularly good the last couple weeks. So they could see what they have out of Charles Sims here. They're 1-6. They got nothing to lose. Why not see what you have for the future with Charles Sims? So I think he's a great pickup this week. In fact, I may have him over both Jonas Gray and Lorenzo Taliaferro. But the receivers I mentioned yesterday, you should have all those guys ahead of these guys. Don't forget to subscribe below for my daily fantasy updates and follow me on Twitter @MarcusCatkin.